Layton and Luke reunite with Emmy to learn that she has found some very valuable information. What truth lives in the death of Evan Barde? That's what we need to catch up on. Oh, right, and we're gonna be confronting Luke's dad about Mr. Clark, yeah. Hiya, I'm Mika. Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Last Specter. I'm having a day, so I'm not super energetic. I hope you don't mind. It doesn't look like Clark's here. Mr. Layton, shh. You must keep it a secret from Clark that Luke left the house. Well, of course, but I'm sure Clark's noticed that his boy is gone by now. Sometimes I hear strange noises coming from the cellar. Oh, lost the accent entirely, if I ever had it, honestly. Even when it's empty. Donald says it's probably just the wind in the floorboards. Sometimes I think I must be going mad. Maybe that old squire's ghost. Maybe it's that old squire's ghost. You mean Evan Barde? Yes, he experienced a mysterious death, if I may say so, Professor. He owned most of the land in town and raised everyone's rent. On top of that, the only person he would speak to was Mr. Triton. I was dismissed from his household. Lucky for me, they took me here. Mr. Barde's death was strange. I see. Is there a reason why he would haunt this house? No, there's no reason at all why he would haunt Mr. Triton's house. Not as far as I know, anyway. Oh, don't mind my babbling, Luke. Here, I have a puzzle for you. Opening up strong. Puzzle 78, worth 60 or 60 pickrits. Your lucky tablecloth is damaged, and you want to salvage it. You will start by cutting off the shaded area. Like, oh, that box? Yeah. Next, you must make 2 straight cuts along the dotted lines and end up with 3 pieces. Sewing these pieces together will give you a smaller square tablecloth with 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. Sheesh. Draw 2 lines on the tablecloth to show where you should make your cuts. So obviously a corner ends up in there. But it wouldn't be that, because that would just be 2. We're also looking for another square. Two straight cuts along the dotted lines and end up with 3 pieces. See, I think we want this to be the center, right? Maybe. So if we cut there first. Sewing these together will give you a smaller square tablecloth. Let's consider that. What if we do this? What does that do for us? We're going to end up with 3 pieces. We're currently at 2. If I go across here, that would make 4. If I go any complete line, it makes 4. Oh man, I really should have thought of this more. I mean, before starting recording, I don't know if I'm in a headspace to be solving puzzles, which is super unfortunate. I want to make a smaller square. How do we achieve that? Cut 2 straight cuts along the dotted lines. Let's just make a grid right now, right? So we got 9 pieces. We want to end up with 8. I mean, we are ending up with 8, but we want to make a square out of 8 of those pieces. And with 5 clovers. Let's explore that for a moment. As it stands, we're going to end up with 1 full clover. We could then take these 3 and pair it with one of those, and that's 2. Then we could have 3, 4. Okay, 5. That means that our cuts cannot intersect with any clover piece. Because if there's 5 4-leaf clovers, then we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would suggest to me that the lines would be like here and here. But how does that work itself into a square? I'm trying it.
How about this? That was it!
I didn't quite solve it. I'm not giving myself credit for that. Correct. The tablecloth was cut as shown above. It's a bit smaller, but the new tablecloth looks fantastic, especially with the 5 4-leaf clovers. And since you salvaged it instead of throwing it out, I guess it's a lucky tablecloth after all. I see. So that bit, that's the square that originally burnt out. So then big triangle. No. Yeah. Big triangle gets flipped upside down and goes into there. And then that one gets wedged into the, yeah. I'm not one to gossip, but it is a bit strange how Mr. Barde left all his land to Mr. Triton. They were simply acquaintances. And the way Mr. Triton has changed since Mrs. Triton left. Do we know which way he is? Oh, hello, Mr. Layton. Master Luke. Master Triton is in the 2nd floor study. Thank you. I'm gonna poke some things if you don't mind. What a lovely smell. What a lovely smell. What a beautiful view. What a fantastic day. Yeah, let's be off. 2nd floor, you say? Second floor study? Ah, hello, Clark. It's good to see you again. you have any hint coins in here for me? Anyway, let's talk. How was the investigation, Herschel? I trust that Luke hasn't been too bothersome after sneaking out. Quite the contrary. Luke has been very helpful. Clark, I need to ask you something. Of course. What is it, Herschel? I need you to tell me what you know about Evan Barde's death. Ooh, cutscene time. Damn it, it's not voice acted. I'll tell you the same thing I told the police. I saw someone fall off a cliff. That's it. I didn't see anyone else around. I didn't even know it was Barde when it happened. Jakes closed the case as a suicide. Yes, well, that would make sense. What about the will? Why would Barde leave you his land deeds? Evan was my only friend in town, with whom I could discuss intellectual matters, Herschel. You would have liked him very much, of course. Of course, I was still surprised by the will. Chief Jakes confirmed the will and acted as the executor. He took care of everything for me. I became an extensive landowner overnight, and I've been dealing with the red tape ever since. And Ariana and her brother? They're still the expected heirs as far as I'm concerned. I planned to oversee the land until they were of age. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that Ariana will live long enough to see that happen. So you know about her illness. Of course, tragic. I don't know what I would do if such a fate were to befall Luke. Evan was so attentive to his children. I was surprised he didn't make provisions for them. And you agree with Jakes' conclusion of Barde's death? Well, he is much more qualified to make that judgment than I. They call him Third Eye, after all. Yes, I've heard that. Herschel, the man has practically eliminated crime in this gallery. Aside from the activities of witches and specters, of course. What are you implying, Herschel? Please, just this once, stop speaking in riddles. Some cases are deceptive. If the criminal confesses, the complaint is withdrawn, case solved. Yes, go on. It's a common pattern among solved cases. Herschel, you don't think Jakes has anything to do with Barde's death, do you? Would Master like to have his dinner now? Donald, you gave me quite a start. How long have you been there? Only moments, sir. I apologize if you did not hear me knock. Am I disturbing the master? No, of course not. Yes, dinner would be splendid. Herschel, Emmy, will you join us? And I will not take no for... You will join us, sorry. Mix those up, and I will not take no for an answer. Fuck, timer. We have several aged wines in the cellar, Herschel. Perhaps you could go down and select a bottle for us. You want me to pick a wine? Perhaps Master would prefer I select a wine to go with the dinner. Oh no. Our friend Layton is quite the wine aficionado. Isn't that so, old boy? Herschel, please. Well, it would be my pleasure. Where is the wine cellar? Donald? What are you hiding, Donald? I didn't know you were into wine, Professor. Is there anything you don't know about? To be honest, I'm more of a tea aficionado. I actually don't know much about wine at all. Really? So why did Clark say that you do? It seems Clark fabricated a reason for us to go downstairs. There must be something there. I think we should do as he wishes. The cellar is through the blue door past the first floor entry. On it, man. I knew where that wine cellar was. It's that blue door I wasn't allowed to walk into before. Looks like a normal cellar to me. What are we supposed to notice? Luke, does anything look out of the ordinary to you? No, not really. Actually, the cellar has been off limits lately, so I can't say for sure. Off limits, eh? Did you get caught down here scarfing fruit tarts between meals, Luke? What? No! They were at Claire's, and that's hardly the point. Shh, quiet. What is it, Amy? I thought I heard something. Maybe I imagined it. Perhaps it was a mouse. Please let me click the mouse. I need more nice coins. I beg your pardon. My apologies. I wonder if there is something we're missing. Professor Layton, is there anything I can do to help? No, we're fine, Donald. Thank you. Donald, did you happen to know Mr. Barde as well? Yes, I know it isn't kind to speak ill of the departed, but Mr. Barde was a man who charged exorbitant rent to those who lived on his land. Some believed it was not suicide, but rather that he was thrown from the cliff by an angry tenant. Surely a cultured man like yourself is aware of how the locals will gossip. It's unfortunate to know that that is how Barde is remembered. Most everyone knew him, and most everyone despised him. But I do prattle on. If you have selected a wine, I can carry on with preparing dinner. Donald, has my dad seemed normal to you lately? He has been rather preoccupied, I would say. He has been spending much of his time in the study. Yes, clearly Clark has other matters at hand. Let's get going. You're not staying for dinner. We'll have to do it another time. Please give my regrets to Clark. Thank you for your help, Donald. Of course. Do be careful. Something we're missing. Somebody's got a stack of boxes. Those look very heavy indeed. They must be packed full of things. I don't think I could even pick one of those off the floor. Oh, secret. Dirty cape. Got a hint coin from the rose crest, I have to guess. We're missing something. Oh! For a wine rack, the bottles are arranged rather haphazardly. Did someone forget to organize them properly? These bottles on the floor can be rather dangerous. Let's put them away before someone breaks one. Puzzle time, baby. Let's give it a look. Let's give it a gander. Oof. In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. White wine should always be stored so that there is only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Red wine should be stored so that there is only one bottle on the same horizontal. The two bottles already in the crate cannot be moved. I mean, surely I can. In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. 1. White wine should always be stored so that there is only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Or diagonal. Okay. So this has cleared out all of these. So if we put one here, clears out all of those. Then I could put one here. It would seem that would allow me to put one here. And here, okay. So I can do that. And it was that. Let's see. I think it was here. Diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, vertical. And here? Diagonal, diagonal, vertical, horizontal. Okay. Red wine should also be stored so that there is only one bottle on the same horizontal, vertical, and diagonal line. 2 bottles can't be moved. Alright, erase all of that. Now it's time to do the same but in red. So we have that. I put a bottle here. That leaves the only position for this row to be here. Hold up. Putting one there. And that's suggesting I put one here as well. You know, there's something to be said about the knight's movements in chess here. Could it be here then?
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
That was alright.
No puzzle is without an answer.
I'm taking credit. I'm giving myself the credit for that one. Thank you, Layton. No puzzle is without an answer. Who would have thought that storing wine was so complicated? The bottles may be placed in as shown in the 2 diagrams. That was well done. That is puzzle 89 proper storage. Perfect. I didn't know storing wine was so complicated. I didn't either, but yeah, tall shelf, boxes stacked up, scrolls, papers, boxes, barrels. Hint coin! Hint coin! Alright, it's probably time to go. Sorry, Clark. Jakes gave us very little time to actually work on these things. So what do you think, Professor? Between our trip to the library and Clark's story, there are many questions about Barde's death. This, coupled with the Specter not being reported outside of Miss Dalloway, troubles me. It would appear that someone is carefully manipulating information about these 2 events. A falsified report and a cover-up conspiracy? This is shaping up to be quite a case. But who is capable of doing this? Only one person. Who, Luke? Chief Jakes. He's in a position to do those things. Luke is right. Jakes is the only one in this town capable of both. He's a public servant. That's unforgivable. Emmy, your faith in public servants is inspiring. However, there is no doubt that Jakes is withholding information. We need to find out more about him. Are we gonna ask folk about him? Oop. Oh, Inspector Grosky, your muscles glisten in the country just as they do back in London. How dreamy. Hannah, what are you doing here? For Grosky, I would walk on coals to get here. But I just took a cab. Emmy, do you know this one? Yeah, she likes to hang around Scotland Yard. I think Grosky is searching for someone. He said something about a lead. Oh, how exciting. He was even more determined than usual. I wish he would search for me with that kind of passion. He said he had a lead. Which way did he go? He just ran off that way. He's probably still at that four-way intersection thingy. We must still be able to catch him. Let's go. A new episode has been added to the trunk. Hannah in Love. And we will visit that some other time. And let us catch up with Grosky.
What's this?
Gentlemen, I hope we're not going to have any trouble here.
Right in the kidney. Hell yeah, Emmy.
Emmy, your methods are unorthodox, but very effective.
Thanks. Whenever you need a little muscle, you just let me know, Professor, and I'll be there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Who are these men? You think Jake sent them after us?
Looks like Jakes didn't want to wait the full 24 hours to get rid of us.
Was Mr. Barde killed by these thugs?
Unfortunately, we can't say for certain.
It's time to check some bodies. Oi, Layton, Amy. Don't remember the Grosky voice. I got a very corporeal lead on that Specter of yours. Really? That's great, Inspector. The police chief in this town is really on top of his game. He said that an English gentleman and a young lady with an American attitude abducted the mayor's son. He added that they were posing as investigators when, in fact, they were controlling the Spectre. Sounds like you two have made some fast friends here. Is any of this true? Layton, explain yourself. Chief Jakes hasn't given us a warm welcome, that's for certain. Don't be fooled, Inspector. Jakes is behind this. We know it. Jakes? Really? So he's trying to pull one over on me, eh? I, Grosky of the Yard, shan't stand for such shenanigans. Inspector, wait! He really is quick for someone his size. Yes, one would need a time machine to stay ahead of Grosky. Professor, we didn't get to tell Grosky what happened. Should we go after him? No, let's avoid running into Jakes again if possible. We need to continue our investigation. My concern is growing about this situation with Jakes, however. As is mine. Yes, save progress. This seems like a good spot to call it as well. Chapter 8, Face to Face with the Spectre. Oh, baby, that sounds juicy. And we'll get to that juicy chapter next time. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, take care of yourselves, and tomorrow's another day. I hope to see you then. Bye!